Hello my darlings, how are we all today? I hope we're all okay. Now, what I've got for you today, it's a bit of a rant and a bit of a moan, right? But it's not that much of one, okay? But let's just see where we're going with this. I wanted to talk to you today about the NHS, okay? Now, a lot of people are complaining about the NHS. They're saying it's bloody awful. Now, I'm going to tell you from my own experience, right? I'm going to share something personal with you now. So come in a bit closer and listen carefully. All right? Are you listening carefully? Come a bit closer. My experience with the NHS has been absolutely great, to be honest with you. Right? I had to get an injection in my shoulder, cortisone injection, I think they call it. Okay? Because I'm an old git and I've got a dodgy old shoulder. You know the score. Anyway. And from GP to consultant, X-ray and treatment, back to the consultant, I can only say that I've had an excellent experience with the NHS so far. No major waits, no major hang-ups, no waiting weeks and weeks and months, right? So I hear that other people have had to wait. I didn't go private. No, everything I done from, NHS. Okay. So, but, so my experience has been fantastic, right? However, I do know of people, personally know them, and people who have been waiting weeks and weeks, months and bloody months, right, to try and get a doctor's appointment, right? There's one person I know, they can't get a doctor's appointment for the love of the money. And the best thing that they could get, right, was in actual fact, was to see a nurse. But that took about 3 months just to get an appointment to see a nurse. And then the nurse says, well, really, you need to speak to the doctor. Okay, so, thinking that they're going to make an appointment for them to see the doctor, right? But the doctor's not taking any bloody appointments, right? Only on the phone. So, I tell you, what's that all about? Come on, it's bloody mental. And I've heard this story time and time and time again. But for me personally, it's been fantastic. Now, I don't consider myself a bloody lucky bugger or whatever, but I think maybe, I don't know, it's different from area to area, okay? So that's what I reckon. And it's bloody absolutely sweltering in this car today, so I'm not going to hang around too long. But what I also want to know is this. How come you can come over on a bleeding rubber boat, right? You've paid jack shit into this country. Never. You've come over here probably to do the bloody country some harm. Okay? And yet you get see a doctor straight away. You get see a dentist straight away. You get every medication you ever bloody well wanted straight away. And yet you haven't paid sod all. Now, the person that I'm talking about, that I know can't even get to see a bloody doctor, they've worked hard all their bloody life, right? And they can't get to see a doctor. Yet you can step off the bloody RNLI, bloody lifeboat, right? Or what do they call that other thing? Border Force. Well, that's a bloody joke, isn't it? Border Force, my arse. Border? There is no bloody border, is there? They would just well start calling this place bloody France or Calais or whatever, right? But you can cut off that bloody boat and you get free medical care. You get to see a doctor straight away, a bloody dentist straight away, and any pills or medication you want, you get those all straight away. And don't forget, most important part is it's all for free. It's all for bloody free. And they haven't paid jack shit. Yet if you're working over here, you're paying through the bloody nose, right? National insurance and the tax and everything else. Yet you can't get to see a bloody doctor. So is that fair? No, it bloody well is not fair. There's people crying out, screaming out. Look at the operations that are all backed up and backed up and backed up. So what's the answer? That's what I want to know. Well, the first answer to me is that, you know, we shut the bloody borders down. I know we keep going on about this, but it's got to bloody well happen. And that twat, I almost used another word there, which would probably describe him more adequately, but that twat in Downing Street, as I said in the last video, has got no bloody balls or anything to try, and no intention of sorting this problem out. I understand yesterday alone, right, just yesterday alone, nearly 1,000 of them arrived. A bloody 1,000. And today, I understand there may be even more. You know, what's this border force? Why do they call it border force when they know we've got no bloody border? They should be named something else. I don't know, bloody Disney cruises or something. Because that's all they're doing is picking these people up and give them a bloody cruise to, you know, the wonderland over here that they're getting. So, you know, I know that there's a lot. On my last video, there's been thousands of bloody of comments on that, and I really appreciate your support, and I appreciate everything, and I know that there's an awful lot of people out there in this country that think exactly the same way as I do. Right, we're never going to solve the problems in this country until, one, we get rid of this prat government that we've got and get people in that truly care, right? And the first thing they've got to do is shut the bloody borders down. Stop these boats coming across. It's got to be done. Anyway, as I say, it's roasted in the bloody car. I've had enough for the day. There are a lot of people out there think the same as